earthlings. Good morning. Mhm. Oh, good coffee. Mm. Thanks for the thumbs up. There's my lemon, some planters. This is the front area. Food forest. Mm. Wow. Looks cool. KP, your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. Oh, that's not good. Mm. 3 thumbs up. Hey, I want to see KP here. I've watched a couple of your videos. I don't get over to your place much, but 5x5. 5x5. No oblate. Yep. I'm going to give you a wrench while you're here. That's all I can offer you. Can't offer you a coffee. Yep. This is my front porch. Loud and clear. Oh, I didn't know that. If I did, I forgot all about it. 5x5. Oh, I'll remember that. Loud and clear. There you go. Yeah. Just had the house repainted outside. So it's really nice to sit here. Yeah. You want to see a cool mailbox? Check this mailbox out there, KP. Just put it up. There you go. Isn't that a cool mailbox? I just think it's awesome. Yeah. I even know the lady that made it. Yeah. It's a little rough, but hey. Yeah. Had the outside painted. It looked pretty good. Might lose you, but it turned out well. Oh. Pilgrim. Cool mailbox. Yeah, I thought so too. Just having a coffee there, Pilgrim. Good to see you. Travel safe. Oh, yeah. So it's nice to see nice paint again. I like this color. I like the other colors too. Yeah. Thank you all for hitting that thumbs up on the way in, on the way out, while you're here. But yeah, I haven't been doing too much. Little fishing, little gardening, organized the guys to paint the house, just front part. It was the last part that hasn't been done in years. All these people that were looking for a painting job would stop. Hey, man, paint your house. I'm like, okay, dude, I don't want my house painted. You know, they leave their flyers, and I just have to pick it up. It's a pain. So, well, let's paint the front of it, make it look. Every year or two, I paint each side, so it goes all the way around. Because there's a lot of work painting, but I had help, so. Adrian, welcome, 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 Adrian. There you go, Adrian. While you're here, you can monkey wrench. Adrian's from the UK. Say hello. It's Tuesday. It's beautiful weather. Things are growing like you would not believe. I'm harvesting everything from lemons to strawberries, raspberries, kind of, sort of. There's some, they're not quite red. I just eat them anyway. Blueberries will be next. Excuse me. Oh, wow. Yep. Wake up. Hey, thanks for hitting that thumbs up. Well, I need a coffee refill. And I'll be right back. Lemon blossom and lemons. Eh? How cool is that? Yeah. Need coffee now. Boom. In case I missed anybody, nope. People are all here. Cool. Not much going on. Just sitting around, having a coffee, idle chit chat. It's my potter I made this year. I mean, I put together was broken, and I fixed it. It was broken on the bottom right here. This was out. It says put a couple of screws in, threw some plants in there. It's my hanging potter. I made a few other ones too. They're fun. You see, I made that basket there, right there. Put that together. That was kind of fun. And then I did this here. These potters here. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Meg's Edible Landscapes. Huh. Oh, hey, yeah, you're that guy in Minnesota. That's right. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, you're friends with Shawnee. Ah, there you go, Mr. Meg. I mean, you know a lot about growing and soil. And I've watched your live streams quite a few times. Yeah, and some of your videos too. It's hard to get around to everybody. Hey, CR, how's it going, buddy? Just out on my front porch. It's all newly painted in front of the house, so I'd sit here and have a cup of coffee. That's Mr. Andrew Heinrich. Good morning. Nice morning here in Ontario. Well, let's go see who you are. There you go. How's that? And Andy, good to see you. You have a spliff. You're a gnome with a spliff. Good for you, buddy. I like your avatar. Very cool. Not saying a whole lot because CR's here. I'll show you my lemon tree, CR. CR saying hi to KP. Here's my lemon tree with lemon blossoms. Oh, here is the lemon blossom. See? Right there. And here are the lemons. I actually have quite a few lemons on there. Lots of lemons. One up there, one there, two there, one over there. Yeah, and then now more are arriving. Yeah. This is a climbing rose. It climbs up into the honey crisp apple, you see? Honey crisp apple. My avatar looks like me. Wow. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. Here's the painted house. It's painted. Here's the birdhouse. Here's the mailbox. Just put this on. Kind of. There you go. Tilty camera. There you go. Better shot. But yeah, it's nice. I like it. Laugh out loud. It's fantastic. Is it warming up in your area? I think that fellow lives in Ontario. But you're not far from there. I think you're in Minnesota. Yeah, I think so because you're in the same place as my friend there. Tiny house. I mean mailbox. Yeah. Well, yeah. It was this lady. I stop at her garage sales once in a while, and she made that. And she sold it to me. You're not going to believe it for $1. I'll be dropping off some more garlic there, right? I have a lot of garlic, man. And it's really starting to swell now. So it's getting really, really big. But I like the garlic when it's smaller because it packs a punch. That's just me. Some people that I gave garlic to, well, two people I gave garlic to, and I gave a lot of garlic out in the village here. Two people out of all the people, they're like, we're going to replant it. And I'm like, oh, great. So I went to one of their houses a little while later, and here they have the actual garlic I gave them to eat planted. I'm like, there's a mound down there with 500 garlics or whatever it is on there. Just eat it. And then another lady, she's a vegetarian. She's like, I'm going to cure it and all this. And I'm like, just eat it. You can have all you can carry. I'll put up a video today of some of the garlic I've cured. Curing is really neat because I don't like all that dirt and roots and all that on it. So I hose mine down. A lot of people don't, but I do. I want the I want I want to bring it inside. I don't want all the dirt on it. I'm just not into it. I'm not a fan. So yeah. Question: what garlic varieties are you growing? Many, as many as I could find. And I went to like farmers markets, and there was Russian red, there was hot, spicy garlic from Lebanon, and all kinds of stuff. So wherever I go, I collect garlic, and I don't keep track of it. I just plant it all together. And mice don't like it, and deer don't like it. So, and it's out front and it's unprotected. That's one area, is the front hugelkultur mound. That did really well, and the garlic was ready ahead of all other garlic. But my hugelkultur mound is covered in. Well, I have wild garlic there because it's part city property. They own part of this property up to the water main. So I put some wild indigenous garlic there, and that's really neat. It's starting to flower, and I was like, wow, that's cool. And so they came by, and they're like, well, you planted a lot of garlic. I said, yeah. I said, there's some native garlic there too. And they're like, where? And I'm like, oh, right there. There's a pile like that, all these little shoots. And they're like, oh yeah. And they're educated people on indigenous garlic, eh? And I grow whatever varieties that I can find, and I plant them pretty much all year round. You need 7 or 8 months to grow garlic. You need a cold spell. Where you are, Meg, and I think you named your channel Meg because of a cup. You have a cup that's or something. I forget. Sorry. Well, you're an interesting guy, but thanks for the question. But I grow every kind of garlic I can lay my hands on, and onions too. Yep, lots of onions. They like mounds. Garlic will rot too, hey. When the scape comes up and goes down, I grow hard neck, soft neck varieties. But reach your hand down and feel the contour of the clove on the bulb. And no, you can pull that. Here on the wet west coast where I am, you can leave your garlic in and you end up with a bunch of mold, rot. Yeah, onions too. You can't let them sit. And here it can rain and rain and rain and rain and rain, and then it stops for 100 days. So during that 100 days, I like to grow watermelon and lemons. I have a family member up the road here, and they actually left their Valencia lemon outside all year round, and it's loaded. Well, not loaded, but it's got quite a few. Yep, which you don't see that in Canada. You can see like Meyer lemons outside with protection, right? It has been rain, 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 and rain. Yeah, I heard about UCR. Yeah, yeah. There's yeah. I heard all about that. Yeah, yeah. It's good to get it soaked. Your garden soaked, but it's good to keep it to keep the moisture and big leaf plants. Like planted here and there, like squash, actually hold in a lot of water. Hey, because of the shade. And that's where I plant my different spinach, lettuce, that kind of thing. They get a little bit of sun here and there, as and the timing. It's really neat doing polyculture. It's really a lot of fun, and not everything works out. Meg's Edible Landscapes says, I planted garlic in 50-gallon bags. Wow, those are big bags. On the perimeter of the growing area, and the deer won't touch it. It's like kryptonite. Exactly. And mint too. All different kind of mint. People get programmed really easy with nonsense, and oh, mint, doesn't that spread, or oh, isn't that invasive, or it's this, it's that. Just try growing it first, and then you see if you got a problem. But yeah, the deer don't go near garlic. No, no, no. A lot of humans too. KP, we have a disturbance in the Gulf that will cause lots of rain and coastal flooding. That's not good. I like moderate rain. When it rains here, it can rain, man. I mean, like, it can rain. Rain comes from up from the ground, even if sideways, and down on you, and stinging rain and whipping rain, and then there's big atmospheric downpour rain, like golf ball sized water droplets, bam, bam, and it hits you. It's like, oh my god, that's big water, eh? And it's not nice. No, I was I had I had 2 hailstorms in 2 hours at the beginning of spring. That was rough to see everything get hammered. Yeah, I've never understood the resistance to mint and it spreading. It's edible. Also, we grow mint in grow bags. It helps contain the plant. Ah, I like it rambling along on the outside of the property. I have several patches. I have spearmint, chocolate mint, uh, lemon balm, and I let that grow everywhere. It grows by itself. It doesn't need any help. It's like, hmm. And then when I want a nice cup of tea and I have someone over, I just go pick a little bit of lemon balm, some spearmint, chocolate mint. I think I have orange mint and a couple other ones. I don't even keep track of it. The chocolate mint took a beating this year for some reason. I can only find little bits of it here and there. I'm like, what did I do? And I remember harvesting it. It didn't like it for some reason. Yeah, sometimes you have to cut a plant not with a metal knife, like use this obsidian one or a stone one or a wooden knife or something like that. And yeah, do you have a favorite mint? Yes, I have hairy mint. The first time I encountered mint was up in the North Quinsam River island here. It's wild. What's wild out there? There's no fire hydrants, 7-Elevens or anything like that. I mean, it's wild. And there's this guy with a bicycle on this little tiny path, and he's coming towards me. So I got off the path. I have my fishing pole. I'm like looking, and he's got this big bundle of mint. I'm like, what are you doing with all the mint? You know what he says to me? He goes, minty potatoes. Yeah, minty potatoes. Who would have thought? So as soon as you get the potato out of the ground, within 20 minutes, I mean, you wash a little bit, whatever, boil it with a bunch of mint in there. I'll tell you, minty potatoes, numbers. That and a piece of, lamb or whatever you're into, fish, whatever. It goes well with everything. Yeah, well, mostly mutton or lamb, but that's all I'll eat it with. Maniac Grammy's homestead. Howie, I have lots of mints. Nice. Good to see you. Brenda, what have you been up to? I can give you a wrench while you're here because you're a decent human being, and I haven't seen you for a couple of years. How's Ray doing? Hope he's doing well. Hope you're doing well. I haven't kept up on if I'm asking about people that are not here anymore. I'm so sorry. That happens. This past month, I had 3 people I knew in my village pass away. Yeah, and all really outstanding members of the village too, of the community. And I miss them. I do. I really do. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Anyway, moving along. Cup of coffee. Good to see you, Brenda. Hope all is well. Yeah. Well, I have to go and see what that noise was. Pardon me. I have a pet crow in the back, and I put out the compost for the pathway soil bank, and he's picking out of it. I thought, what's that noise? He picked up the entire bucket and tried to fly away with it. Yeah. Hello. Coffee time. Yep. Muddy Puddles Farm. Hey, Joe, how's it going? Good to see you, Joe. Yeah, Joe's got a little farm going on over there in England, over in the UK. And yeah, it's quite this. She has live streams too. Yeah, I haven't been to a whole lot, but I've watched a few of your videos. Mm. Oh yeah. So I had to call the vet. My lamb went lame. Oh, yeah. They can get sickly if they're taken away from their moms too early. Eh? You got to pamper them. I'm planting in the greenhouse this year. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm pretty much done planting. I can have a. Oh, oh, oh. Mm. Here's some lemon blossoms. Here's some lemons. Yeah, quite a few lemons this year. Oranges, stuff like that. And here, there, those are Honeycrisp apples. Yeah, yeah. And here's some. Get over there. Here we go. Oh, it's hard to get shots with a. Oh well. Lemon looks great. Wow, fruit looks great. Yeah, I harvest a lot of lemons here in Canada. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Oh, I'm tired today. I did a little bit of work yesterday, so I'm sore. So, lemon looks. Need to get back to adding plants. Have a great day. You too, there. Happy planting. Anybody can grow a lemon anywhere or citrus. You just take it inside during winter months. That's all it is. Yeah. His shirt reminds me of water or rain or snow. It's got spots. This is my spotted shirt. It's actually a new shirt. But we are still getting frost in Maine. Ooh. You know, that's pretty much a swear word. Just saying, right? Yep. But I'm done planting anything. My tomatoes are done. I didn't even grow any tomatoes. There was some volunteers. I just let them grow. And then I bought like 3 tomato plants for like $3. And it was 3 different kinds. One was a Tom Thumb. And I put it in a potter because it doesn't get very big. It gets like 15, 16 inches and it's just loaded with tomatoes. I don't want one that climbs or anything like that because that's a pain. Frost hay. Here's some landscaping I did here. Okay. And that's the hugelkultur mound. That's one of the smaller ones. And there's ones up behind that. Because when it rains, the rain comes into this way. So to get both sides of the sun, not that there's much right here because the house is in the way, but when it comes over around noonish, you'll get sun here. But this used to splash up against the house, and it was a while back now. I went, nah, that can't be. So yeah, yeah. Variety are you growing for tomatoes? And I'm still variety are you? Well, it must be what variety are you growing for tomatoes? And I'm still canning. Um, I grow Tom Thumb, beefsteak, and Romas. There's 3 of them that I bought this year, and then there's the volunteers. I just I just let them grow, and I get tomatoes a bunch, and it's like, okay, I'm okay with that. Didn't have to do anything. That's why at the beginning of the year I was just like, I'm just gonna walk away from here and go foraging and traveling. I did for like 3 or 4 days. I was cold, wet, and miserable, and you couldn't get dry. You're constantly damp, and I'm not well anyway. So I'm like, oh no, it's not happening. No. So I went home, and I've been out a couple other times, but just like the parks and stuff. Some big parks though. Oh, coffee. Here we go. Uh-huh. Yeah, so I didn't plan on planting anything this year, but most of the food forest floor is planted with about 15, 20 different types of squash and watermelon and West Coast melon, even melons that I grew myself that I found. I grow them and then they cross, and you're like, oh, what's this? Sometimes you get like zooks or something, the Frankenzooks. Yeah, they're all on the barbecue. A crab or whatever. Just throw it on the barbie. People get all stuck on, oh, I want a zucchini. Well, that's great. But your zucchini has seeds in there, and sometimes they're different than other zucchinis. You I grow a lot of different squash and zucchinis. I grow Cucurbita ficofolia now for storage. It stores for 7 hunger gaps, like 7 years. And it's a giant melon, and I've got 2 I'm keeping just to see how long they'll stay. And I almost ate one the other day, and I thought, no, no, no. I have lots of seed. Let's just plant one. But you grow lots of different squash like pumpkins, acorn squash, kombucha squash, spaghetti squash, butternut squash, different kinds of pumpkins. And if you cure them right, you can store them a long time. But if you chile chayote is one that grows wild in Mexico. That's Cucurbita ficofolia is the Latin name. Yay, it's Howie. Yay, it's Shawnee. Well, cheers. The coffee's almost all gone. It is now. We're seeing you're here. Yeah. I'll show you some. Here's some. This is lemon blossoms. And there's some lemons. Yeah. And roses climbing in the apple tree. There's some apples. These are Honeycrisp, that kind of thing. And over there is there we go. Just painted the front of the house. There's some roses. Front of the house. More roses. Lots of apples here. Look at the deer eating the apples. Where are you? Right there. Look at this. That's deer, hey? Yeah. Yep. They come up and they grab the little bunch of Honeycrisp. This place has got a lot going on here. There's a lot of apples here. I don't prune this tree. I've never pruned this tree, and I don't want to ever prune this apple tree. And every year I get like a couple 100 pounds of apples on this, and I don't do anything to it. That's the key. That if you prune it, then you got to look after it and prune it all the time. I mean, if you're in a confined space, I mean, great, good for you. You have to, do some espalier or whatever with your apple tree. That's all great. Don't be, don't be, too concerned about it. But I don't prune pear tree, apple tree, cherry tree. I do not prune. I let them just grow. And I have excellent amounts of of fruit from them. So, except this year, the cherry tree got nailed by the hailstorm. I can't control hailstorm, but when I'm shopping for a fruit tree, like where I live, I'm not saying where you live. I look that it has the main leader. Okay, it hasn't been pruned. That's what I look for. It's really difficult to find. It's not easy because everybody's like, "Oh, you got to prune that. You got to do this." Well, sure you do if you're an orchardist or you're in a confined space and you're doing a espalier. But if you leave it and just let it grow the way it normally does, so eventually some fruit trees will grow so long and then they don't produce anymore. So then you cut it down and plant another one. Right? It's pretty simple stuff. Climbing roses in the Honeycrisp tree. Yeah. Lemon blossoms and big lemons. Yeah, they're Valencia. They're very large. I want a Ponderosa lemon. They grow like 5-pound lemons. Bright side, I got a lot of rainwater. Yeah, it's good. I watched that on the news, man. I was able to get a male and female winter hardy kiwi, plus a good-looking grape. Lots going on this June in the garden tour. Yeah, that's good. That's the bigger kiwi. It's not the Pacific kiwi. It's kind of small, and I don't know. I like big kiwi. So yeah, they like a trellis, and they like it. They like going into if it's a hardy kiwi. They might grow where you are. It might if it's up against the wall of the house. That really helps, right? Pacific permaculture. Hi, Northern Earthling. Well, hello, Ron. Good to see you. Hope all is well. My friend Ron from Pacific Permaculture. Yeah, male and female. Good. Welcome. Good to see you, Ron. Ron's been coming to this channel for a dozen years, I think, something like that. And he does permaculture where he lives in California, and he grows food. He does good. He does really good. All is well. Well, There you go. While you're here, Ron, you can have a look around if you're hanging. Oh, and Shawnee's got something here. Well, what's going on? Happy to have the third fruit guild planted. Yes, yes, smart. Yes, I don't plant just a plant out there. I plant a variety and see what does well. Sometimes I've moved trees that didn't do so good there. Not all the time, though. But if you can create a microclimate where you are in the northern hemisphere and you're trying to grow like a subtropical, you won't grow tropicals, but a subtropical, you want to protect it. There's many ways to protect it. You put a stay there with some of those big incandescent lights, those big ones, and that gives a bit of heat, and then wrap it with some plastic. And there's other ways too. Vince, hello, Vince. Good to see you. There you go, Vince. Ron's just connected with a friend that teaches permaculture and has a small nursery. Nice. Had to take out a nectarine tree that died. You had a nectarine tree where you live? Well, yeah, peaches and nectarines. Nectarines are a little finicky. You know, what are you in zone 5? See, when you're in zone 5, you can make little microclimates that can, you're living on the edge, but it can be done. And if you can't grow something there, like a peach or a nectarine, put it in the greenhouse. They love a greenhouse. They love grapes. Love a greenhouse. Raspberries and strawberries don't. People grow them in greenhouses, but they taste funny. They don't taste right. That's just my complaint. I did I had a nectarine for almost 3 years. Yeah. To get them seated, it's 2 seatings, right? So in the fall, you'll get a partial seating, and then it'll go through winter dormancy, and then it's going to start seating again. What I mean by seating, that a peach and a nectarine tree has a taproot. It goes straight down. Okay, it's a mineralizer. It pulls minerals from deep in the ground and brings it up. Not all trees do that. Most, like 90%, are lateral growing this way in search of water, right? And that's when you see water sprouts come up here, there. Sits with sunflower with taproot. Yup. Oh, I got a golden raspberry plant. I like those. And there's a different antioxidant than the powerful red one, the anthracite, where you get that purple color, and for cleaning. You can go get cleation done, where they clean your blood with ammonia and it pops out all the metal and all that crap. Or you can just eat some colorful fruits. It's much easier. Yeah. Oh, it's nice to sit. I'm sitting good. Yep. But the measure of the spring, I ended up planting a lot of garlic last fall. It's all coming to fruition. I took a few garlic, and here on the West Coast, if you leave your garlic in too long, you're going to have rot. And it doesn't matter if it's a small bulb or a large bulb, it's going to rot. It's a lot of rain here. I will be planting a hummingbird garden for the next project. Nice. Yes, I saw your lovely garlic. Yeah, that's some of them. I'm harvesting every day. I was reading the ways to freeze garlic. Yeah. There's a lot you can do with garlic. It has allicin in it, and it has a lot of other. It's anti germ. It's antibacteria. It's antifungal, and garlic is really good for your immunity. And eating a piece of raw garlic is good. Pacific River, I plant onion scapes as ornamentals. Oh, cool. Yeah. Cool. But garlic is usually the biggest thing you harvest when spinach and lettuce and that kind of thing in the spring. Really, here, like it can be different other places. And then because I'm right by the ocean, I have a marine climate. But as you go over 2 or 3 miles to the west, it's a different climate. It's way different. There you can get snow just 2 or 3 miles from here. Like you go up a bit, but down here I didn't get any snow this year. But other people over on the mountain, they ended up with snow. Yeah. And then most of where at the city that's closest to me, none of it, no snow at all. It hailed like you wouldn't believe, right at cherry blossom time too. Yeah, but it should be a good harvest. I've been looking at some of the old villages, logging villages, and fishing villages that were here. And there's a lot of wild fruit trees there, and some of them are really loaded. Our next thing to harvest will be strawberries. Yeah, your hummingbird garden, hey, that's going to be really sweet. I don't know if there's a lot of hummingbirds where you are, but they would definitely go that far. Nice. The peas are flowering. Yeah, that's the time to eat them when they're flowering. The pea shoots. Mm. Oh yeah, those are great in salad. Our next thing, yeah, yeah, you're harvesting strawberries. They've been harvesting strawberries here since May 1st. Well, not the big harvest. I mean, like here and there, one was ripening. Yeah, it's a 36 plant plus seeds, and the hummingbird plants perennials. We do not. We do get hummingbirds. The ruby throated, I'm suspecting, is what you get there. Just now, the peonies are blooming. Yeah, I harvested a big peony a couple days ago, and it's just dinner plate when I'm like, ooh, baby, this is sweet. I bought an orange dahlia dinner plate this year, and I've planted it. It's not doing well. It came out, but it's just not doing well. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen the ruby throated here. The overabundance of deer here, not many predators for them. My peonies are sprouting well. Nice. You're on camera. Guy out walking his pity. He's from Africa. I always joke with him. He just got back from there. Really nice guy. 1.5 feet tall. Was it a tree peony you have, CR? Oh, got two dahlias, first time planting that. Yeah, if you plant dahlias, you must remember to take them out of the ground where you live. Here, I don't have to, but they are edible too, hey, and they're not bad eating. They're delicious like a sweet potato. Fireball is the one of the dahlias, and the other is pink lemon. Nice. Oh yeah, there's thousands and thousands of kinds of dahlias. There's literally endless. People create them all the time. I will have to dig them up just like my gladiolas. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Peony, you must have a tree peony, CR. I think CR said, I can't read it very good. Ugh, vision's terrible. You can see your breath out there. Tons of hummingbirds here. Yeah. Yeah, hummingbirds travel a great distance, especially from the north to the south. But not all. Some get trapped here, so I look after them. Bush type. Oh yeah, yeah. You got the tree type. Yeah, I can see my breath. Yep, 71 Fahrenheit. Well, it was hot here yesterday. It was, I don't know, 20 something 5 or something like that Celsius. That's like 100 or something. No, no, no. It's like 80, 85 or something. CR would know. I have to try, but I can see it. I have to try, but I can see it. Nice. Peonies are beautiful. They're a powerful medicine in Chinese Asian medicine. That's the base of all medicine is the peony. I think it's a tree peony though. I don't know much about it other than that, but they, they put things together and they use this to carry their their nutrients or what medicine or whatever it is. It's Chinese, and I forget the name of it. It's called. I wasn't able to get chamomile. Oh God, my vision's just crappy. I need to order seeds. Chamomile, German chamomile grows wild where you are. It's a short little plant about this big to about that big, and then it has looks like a pineapple on it. That's German chamomile, and that's nice tea. I just plant things, not making Kool-Aid for birds. I like the birds. A guy came by here last night. He's like, "I'm selling ant kits," and I'm like, "Ant kits?" He goes, "Yeah, you ants are attacking your house, and you need to buy this kit. It's cheap," he says. I'm like, "Really?" I have a bird feeder, and the birds, they eat the little ants. I used to have some here, but the birds, they eat the ants. And then I like the ants, and there's many kinds of ants. Gee, I talked to him for about 10 minutes about ants. He's like, "Well, I have to go now." I'm like, "Okay, I hope you've learned something while you're young, because, you need to learn." And he walked away. He was just, "Oh, it's cheap. It's a really good price. It's for you. You have an older house. It's full of ants," he says. I mean, you couldn't find an ant here if you tried. The birds, you feed the birds all have, you put bird houses up. I have tons of bird houses up. And they all eat the little ants, right? Pretty simple. I'm smarter than an ant. That's what I told the guy. He just looked horrified, man. I have to wear my wool sweater again. Ooh, pineapple weed grows well here. Isn't that German chamomile? I mean, I could be wrong. We have feverfew here, chamomile. That's a type of chamomile. It just grows wild. And there are some kinds of chamomile that you plant, but it's for the calming effect when people are melting down. You give them a cup of chamomile tea, it just kind of, right? It, when I use chamomile, I use it to relax, because I can be a jerk sometimes and just say things I shouldn't say. My parents need to fill bird feeders here. Got several types of Nice. I knew you would have different kinds of hummingbirds there. That's really cool. I'd love to see that. This hummingbird comes from Brasilia. This one. Pineapple weed, Matricaria discoidea. I probably butchered that. Dry Shaft Drew. My God, I haven't seen you for so long. Really good guy, this guy. He sings some really good music. I love his music. There you go, Drew. While you're here, you can have a look around if you'd like. And yeah, I just planted things I'm making. Okay, okay, tomatoes are doing well. Oh yeah, I saw that video you planted your tomatoes, and I made a video, but I made a mistake in it. So when you watch it, I don't edit, and I meant to say that it's a powerful astringent in it, but in the video I say it's a diuretic, and it's not. And I was going through the video, and I'm like, how do I change all this? And I'm spending like 10-15 minutes looking how to change the words. I thought, you know what? I'm just sending it up. I haven't set it up for a few days. So what it was is I have about 20 or 25 bucket shows. And these bucket shows were all figs, the Chinese Ficus gigantus or something like that. And anyway, it all had a root, and there was hundreds of them. So I went, wow, I can't just throw them away. So I put them in a bucket, and I threw in some dill. I threw in some poppy seeds. That was in the wintertime, because you plant poppies in the wintertime. But anyway, the bucket show, it looked after itself. I didn't do anything. Right. So I get a fig tree to sell for 10 or 15 bucks, or give away, or plant in the community. And then also it's right full of edibles. So, hey, and I didn't do anything to it. Dry shaft Drew, hello, hello, hi Drew. People are saying hello. We have a great blue heron down the street, maybe a family of them. Hey, you never know. So glad I mulched the tomatoes before the rain now. Yeah, covered them up too. Love the bucket shows. Hello all. Dry shaft Drew. I haven't seen you in a long time. Really nice guy. Yeah, he has I haven't been there for a long time, but he has a box gardens that he's made the boxes and he grows in there and he does. I don't. Once in a while, he's a mechanic, so you can ask him questions about. You know, you go and look at his channel. He's a great singer too, great musician. I've listened to his music several times. So, welcome, 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 and it's good to see you again, Drew. Very good. I have some seeds to plant this week. More basil, dill, cilantro. Yep, dill and cilantro are the one, and calendula too, and nasturtiums. Just keep planting. Some days things will self seed, and it'll be less I have to do. Yeah, that's the ideal, like borage or something like that, or chamomile. That'll self seed. And your pineapple weed. You ever make tea from that or any suggestions what to plant around my pepper plant patch? Yeah, peppers and more peppers. Plant them with things like they're nightshade. So if you got a potato here and a pepper plant here, okay, so and they like nightshades, like and a tomato and so on, or goji. They like being around other plants, but they don't like be crowded. They don't want to be crowded. They want to be the star of the show, and they don't want to be touching each other. They don't like that. But pepper plants, I'm growing three kinds of peppers. Yeah, yeah, three kinds of peppers. I grow a pepper plant wherever I want deer not to touch. And I put garlic with it, mint, because we have a lot of deer. They come through the neighborhood in 12 to 15 in a herd. When they herd up, when the buck collects his harem, they can come through here with a lot of does, man, and they stop and I don't shoo them off. Hey, so they do a bit of damage. And then there's one mama with two little fawns. The spots are leaving now, but they come in and they go into the under the food forest. They look around, they see some lilies, and they go over and eat some lilies, and then they'll munch on potato leaves. For some reason, they like potato leaves, and I'm like, that's a nightshade. And then they'll go over to the strawberry tree, nibble there a little bit. Oh, I don't have to do any pruning. Cool. I enjoy them. I don't shoo them off. Any suggestion what to plant around a pepper patch? Well, mint. Always plant mint and even some lavender. The pineapple weed is good for upset stomach. Yeah. Well, yeah. Shakes off water and walks back in. Yeah. Stay dry there, CR. Nice, Drew. What Drew do? Just planted my gardens yesterday. Nice. Nice. I knew you had them. I seen you build them years ago. My little lily looks like a bush. My lily looks like a bush. Ah, cool. I seem to be on the deer maps. I know they just cruise right in, but they come through. There's not much you can do about it, and it's usually in the fall with the with the bucks and their harem, and it's neat to watch them fight. Hey, I just sit there and it's none of my business, and they're just clanking and hammering, and then there's this older buck last year, and he's these little bucks, and he just tapped them like that, and they ran away. They didn't want anything to do with them. He's looking around, and he's gathering up his harem. I seen him come through. I haven't seen him for a while, but this year there's an old doe. She'd been around for 4 or 5 years now, and she looked like she was injured, but she wasn't. The neighbor came and told me, "Oh yeah, the deer's injured. The deer's injured." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't hear about anything about it. Are you sure?" Sure enough, like months later, she's got two little fawns. Well, she was in labor. So, but the neighbor really likes the little rabbits. They play and all that. That's all great and fine and dandy, but Rabbits can do a lot of damage to a fruit tree, and you got to be smarter than a rabbit. I hope I am. I hope I am. David Corey with Crop. Hi, Jason. There you go, Jason. Whoa, something moving down there. Save. And David Corey with Crop. I just watched your garlic video. You have a lot of nice big fat garlic, hey? Well, big truck came down the street, but didn't want to leave. Just slowly getting back on my feet since operation. Oh, you had an operation? Oh, I didn't know. I hadn't seen you for a while, Drew. Oh, I want to get more lilies, irises, and tulips. Yeah, yeah. You come here and get all the irises you want. I dig them up, and throw them away. Don't buy a yellow flag iris. They need water. All irises need water. David Corey with Crop, nice garlic. I watched your video the other day, and David Corey is saying hello to Ron, Pacific Horticulture. Hey, David, appreciate it. Howie, oh, you're most welcome. It was fun. I'm a garlic fan, man. I grow many kinds of garlic. I grow wild indigenous garlic to garlic from all over the world, wherever I can get it from. And mostly, I don't really care to wait till when they say to plant garlic. I just plant garlic. Even right now, I'll plant garlic if I'm finding like I I'll buy garlic wherever I am. They have nice fancy names, elephants, garlics, whatever. I just plant it and it grows. So, but that's my zone, and it needs 7 months. I saw your purplish garlic. Yes, yes, the Russian red garlic. Yeah, yeah, and many kinds of garlic. I'll even go and buy those big bags of garlic at the big box store and just plant them. And they grow really well. And it's like, oh, okay. My garlic's not fully matured yet, but it has grown to about this big and like that and like that. And then when I have the cloves, the contours there with the cloves, I pull it because here on the west coast, and if I'm watering, I don't want rot. Yeah. Pest Hunter Jason's here. Yep. Purplish. Yeah, purplish. And Jason's waving. Yeah. So I plant garlic pretty much all year round here. Lots of people don't agree with that. Lots don't know. And then there's lots that don't care. And I don't care. I just plant it. Garlic is garlic. And if it doesn't grow a big fat bulb this year, when I reach down and touch it, sometimes I like on the mound, I'm leaving some. And it's always the second year that you get the big fat garlic, really super fat. And people have problems with the small garlic. I find that the smaller the garlic, the bigger the punch with the taste. And that's fully grown small garlic. They're not like little ones, these Lebanese garlics. Oh my God, it's like, whoa, dude, I'm eating this. And you cook it, even cooking it tames it a little, but it's still very potent. Garlic is great for us. My garlic gives corms for the next year to grow. Exactly. The garlic scape, there's lots up there, right? All that seed, that takes 2 years. But yeah. Last year, I let the scapes on the garlic of a few grow flower and seed, planted the seeds, have little garlic growing. They'll be plant there'll be plant those, okay. Yeah, garlic. I like garlic seed. And if you want the bulbs, the bulbs underneath, you just nick a little bit underneath the garlic bulb, and that's where the bulbs will grow in lots. Okay. I have lost some sunflowers due to thinning stems and wind. You sure you didn't get hungry, CR, and just eat some? Uh huh. Yep. Dr. Paula Ruffin, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Howie, I find that the onion's flour is strong as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Dr. Paula Ruffin says hello to Shawnee. Pest Hunters, good day. David Corey, hey, good to see you too. Yep, but just sitting having some chit chat there and show you some lemons. There you go. It's my lemon tree, lemon blossoms. And here you go. This is my Honeycrisp apple. I've never pruned this apple tree. I'm not into pruning apple trees. I let them just grow. But if you have to prune it in espalier, you have to. My climbing rose into the apple tree, but this tree is loaded. This is a Honeycrisp, and it's loaded. And I just painted the front of the house a little bit with some friends and some lilies, little lilies, all the lilies, you see, and dahlias right there. I don't know if I'm showing it or not, but oh. I'll sit back down. I'm a little sore from moving around yesterday. Where are we? People are saying hello, hello, hello. Shawnee Gross says, Dr. Paula Robin, hey, you get any new plants for your garden? Beautiful. Oh, yeah, the lemons. Yeah, love my lemons. Love the way you plant trees are intertwined. Yeah, that's what happens in nature. It's not monoculture, right? That's what happens. That's what you want. And they all complement and look after each other, right? And like I'll put grapevines in the tree and I don't prune the tree. I let it grow. I mean, sometimes I'll take off dead, or if I need a branch gone or something like that, that's all fine and dandy, but I let it grow naturally. Kiwi grow through it, passion fruit grow through it, climbing rose grow through it. And I'm not worried about the production. The tree will look after itself. Like that apple tree, I bought that. It's really difficult to find an unpruned fruit tree. Okay. Everybody has the idea that, oh, let's prune it. I'm like, well, I don't need a job the rest of my life, so I'm not pruning it. So I watched this older lady in on the West Coast, and she never pruned any of her trees. And I'm looking at it, and I'm going, wow, you have a lot of fruit. She's like, yep, and don't prune anything. And I'm like, okay. I'm looking around and she's like, when you prune, that's when you open it up for infection. If you're an orchardist growing in a row of apple trees and they all look like lollipops, great, good for you. But that's not the case here. This is an urban food forest, and I want things to grow and ramble along where it looks natural state. And that's what I'm looking for. I planted 2 apple trees this year. Nice. Hey, Shawnee grows. Yes, lots. Got my veggies all in. Then finally, all my flowers, doing lots of dahlias and sunflowers. How about you? Yes, sunflowers are great. Dahlias are great. Both are edible. Dr. Paula, yippee. Sunflowers. Yeah, I love sunflowers. I grow many kinds. Love it. David Corey says he loves it. Yeah, that's a great channel, eh? That guy knows a lot. Really nice man. A fine, fine gentleman. Oh, that's wonderful, Dr. Paul. I was able to get 3 types of sunflowers in, planting everything, hoping for rain Thursday. I bought 25 new perennials for eating. Just got my lemon balm and mint in. Nice. That's really great. Lemon balm and mint really repels creatures that like mice, voles, moles, and all the animals that depend on smelling to find their food. They avoid you, and ticks avoid you. That's a really great thing to do, hey? And I've watched channels and big channels too. They sit on there and they talk about all the horror shows of mint. I'm like, really? Didn't happen. Dies back. Nature doesn't prune; it dies back. Yeah, yeah. Deer come and they eat, and they prune something down. Okay, fair enough. Good. You had a nice smorgasbord provided to you. I I don't. You know, if a tree is sick, take its dead off. But as a norm, let the fruit tree, grow in its full contours and voluptuous, and let it just grow. And I've seen it time and time again, and I'm like, okay. So to go and find a fruit tree unpruned, it's not easy. You have to go to the nurseryman. I did lemon balm too. I have tons of mint. I bet your sunflowers will be gorgeous. Yeah, sunflowers are awesome. I grow the crimson reds. I like them because they're nice on the barbecue. Hey, Barry. Good to see you, Barry. Here you go, Mr. Barry. Okay, Dr. Paula did lemon balm too. Nice. Lemon balm so good for the prostate, hey? Sorry, oops. Oops. What edible perennials did you plant? Johnny grows. My mint grows everywhere, but I'm fine with that. My mint grows everywhere. Yeah, you want mint? Encourage it. Barry, hello, the cat guy. Cat guy. Yeah, lemon balm is a well, it's a mint. It's a mint family, but it's really good for men. I better be scaling it back. I drink lemon balm regularly, and I have like dried trays of lemon balm. And you just when the lemon balm's not, it's not always here for up to 2 months. Sometimes it can die back here. So radio storms are good to yeah. Okay, let's see who's all still here. Participants. Okay, there you go, and there's folks still here. Yeah, so I grow everything I can in one area, and I don't, like if I'm growing a rows of Dave Knight's seaside spinach, and I grow chickweed there. Oh, I don't even plant the chickweed, but I harvest it and eat it. And then I'll hoe in between a row like of peas or beans, like a shallow till. I have a special hoe that the soil comes through. It goes like this, comes down, and then goes straight across. And then the soil can come out the back. So when you go like this or you push like that, it just goes back and forth and cuts off so you're not actually tilling. It's called a shallow till. Dr. Paul Evans says hello. Hey, David Carlisle. Hey. Good to see you, David Carlisle. Yeah. But I don't normally do weeding unless it's morning glory or bindweed. I'll dig that out. I don't like that. It's really hard. So what I do is when I grow a few rows of and I'll only grow like a 15-20 foot row, I'll just put soil around the row as the spinach all come up in that row. I'll hoe a little bit, but then I can just put soil around it and put soil on top, and it just decomposes the weed. Chickweed is so healthy for us. Yes, if only people knew and not spray the heck out of it. I know, right? And it grows by itself in a nice damp area. Oh, it's beautiful. Dr. Paula Ruffin. Oh, I got gooseberries, pink, white, red, black currants, josta berries, juneberry, hazelnut, yarrow, nettles, Nanking cherry. I just planted one of those. Witch hazel. Oh, I just put one of those in too. Sips on coffee, CR. Dr. Paula Ruffin. Oh, the chickweed is happy in the rain garden pollinators patch. I put Mexican sunflowers in the bed. Can't wait for those. Yep. Sounds right. Give me some ideas for future planting. Yeah. Um, uh, Polyculture. Just plant everything together, but spaciously. Some things don't like to be touched, like a tomato plant doesn't like it, that kind of thing. Peppers don't like their or eggplants. They don't like other plants around them. Yeah. I grabbed a tomato plant, firm, big box hardware store, sugar rush. I got to put it in the ground. Yep. So many great free crops. Yeah, that's the thing you must understand is that the food is there to encourage and make it grow. So, like your lemon balm, it grows wild here. The borage grows wild. The nasturtiums grow wild here. Dandelion, chickweed, hogweed, you don't eat, but it'll burn you. Nice berry. Nice berry, Barry. Nice berry. Yeah, so a lot of things grow and self sow and self seed, and that's what you want. You want things growing together. Like I have bees right now over here pollinating the little flower baskets, and then they'll go over and they'll pollinate my kiwi are blooming. Kiwi take a long time to bloom, and then they take a long time to fruit and grow. They're not, they're people will sell you anything from wherever they are, and then you try to grow it where you are. Your best bet is to go out into your locale and see what grows there and who's growing it there and replicate that if you're going to use it. And join a foragers club. I belong to a foragers club here, and I belong to several other clubs too, of vegetable gardening and fruit figs and all kinds of different groups. I joined where I don't have to go on a computer and do it. I just, they've been around a long time, so you can see them at different like seed exchanges. You'll get to see your pals again. Oh yeah, this is going on, that's going on, right? Dr. Paul Ruff, and the chickweed is happy in the rain garden. Oh, it would be. Yep. Sounds great. Give me some. Yeah, okay. So many great free crops. Yes, there is, and chickweed's one of the best. You want the nitric oxide and arugula and is your like um, Mizuna, that all has like tons of nitric oxide, and it's really good. Like I eat water, I grow watermelon, and then I eat the rind that to get the for my like I have problems with my blood and stuff like my valves and whatnot. Anyway, I got to be careful. How do you trellis your kiwi? Um, well, up against a wall where you are would be best. A southern exposure underneath an overhang, and then there's different kinds of kiwi. You can buy hardy kiwi, and I trellis mine onto another tree, an existing tree. So if you have a tree right here, so what I do is I put a small paracord going up the tree, come down, and then I'll wrap the trellis. That's my trellis, and it grows up and then just hangs in the tree. Now that's me, and I have several like that, and I get a ton of kiwi. There's other people that let it get out of control, and they've got problems like with grapes that way too, and then finally pulls down the tree. Well, that's because you got to be smarter than the kiwi or the grape and just prune a little bit off, right? Yeah, how do you trellis your kiwi? Yeah, I just trellised it onto another tree. Norm's rate, a lovely choice for a sweet grape sized tomato. Yeah, lots of different kinds of tomatoes. We built a wood arbor arch thing for our kiwi and grape. Yeah, yeah, you have to. Yep. Penny crest and motherwort came up this year. Nice. I've been in a group here for 15 years. Michigan. Hey, I've watched videos on you doing that. Great group. Anyone can join the Facebook group. Yeah. Shawnee, do you have a video on kiwi plants? I don't think so. She's just planting them, Jason. Pest Hunter will be in the June garden tour. I just got the male and female planted. You can buy ones that are self fertile. You don't have to buy the male and female. You can buy just one, and that pollinates itself. But it's not as big as the ones that you planted with the male and female. That's the original. There used to be a kiwi farm down the road here. Went by one day and they bulldozed it. Okay, I'm like, well, that's real productive. So I keep driving. They bulldozed the next one. They had all these kiwis, different kinds, growing everywhere, and big fields of it. I'm like, gee, I'm gonna miss the kiwis. So I'm at the store a little while later for 5 kiwi in a package, $8. Yeah. Wow. Wow. So drive by this year, look at the field, and just nothing, nothing there. Why bulldoze it? So I asked around. They're like, "Well, it's too much work." I'm like, "Too much work?" Because they built these arbor, so they had to constantly prune and make these beautiful vines go this way, and they're controlling it. Why don't you just let it grow up the hillside? Okay, so then it's all just hanging there. It'll take over a hillside, a rocky outcrop, no problem. As soon as you start looking after what nature looks after, you've now created yourself a job. So if you plant it next to a tree, put the rope that go up there to so it can climb up there and hang in there. And it doesn't matter what kind of tree it is; it'll all grow up to the top and just hang in there. And it'll take a couple of years, 3 years, whatever. But you didn't have to do anything. You want to be ergonomic when you're growing something. You don't want to have to, anybody can go sell their labor and get money for it, but I mean, when you're growing food, it's very difficult. It's not an easy thing to do. And but if you let nature do it, it's real easy. Hey, for real. We had a presentation on kiwi, and it's amazing how they have grown naturally on buildings and trees in the wild. Yeah, just let them go. Let them go. You're not doing anything with a rocky outcrop, are you? Right? The building looks like a building. Put a kiwi there, it'll cover it in 3, 4, 5 years. It'll just cover the whole thing. And then people put out this fear. Oh my God, it's taken over. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm going to stay awake at night, you know, worrying about all them kiwi that are going to get eaten. There's so much fear with growing something, and it's perpetuated. Like, oh, don't plant mint. Don't plant mint. It'll get out of hand. Don't plant kiwi. It'll take over. First, you got to get it growing, and worry about it. It's like sunchokes. Oh, don't plant sunchokes. They'll take over. Do you know how easy it is to pull out a sunchoke that's growing? It just takes a couple of seconds. They're gone. But for years and years, I've heard people, oh, don't plant sunchokes. They're known as fartichokes. That create gas. You know, it's the number one food for inulin, for fiber, for a diabetic. Number one. Yeah. So if you know what to do with the sunchoke, then you'll make out okay. But if you don't know what to do, you pretty much have to be a chef, okay, or do a bunch of learning. But a sunchoke, it's number one for food. Yeah, for diabetic, for lowering your glucose. It's the best there is. You can actually buy inulin from sunchokes. We had you had a presentation. Oh yeah, kiwi, and it's amazing how they have grown naturally on buildings and trees in the wild. So true, eh? That's what you want. My biggest problem here is the garden right now is squirrels. Wait, aren't you smarter than a squirrel, Jason? Those are tree chickens, dude. They already stripped my peach tree of fruit. Well, I'm not into trapping animals or hurting creatures. I like them, but if you see a squirrel and he's coming and taking your peaches, your apples, your nuts, or whatever, he's not going to stop, or she's not going to stop. Now, that being said and done, make sure it's not a female that's doing it. If it's a female, you pretty much have to let her go, unless the season's over. But take a rat trap and drill it onto the tree, set it, put some peanut butter on it, and the squirrel problem's over with. I mean, you might take out a few squirrels, but you know what? That's all part, and if that's a problem, if you have a problem with that, and you can make houses, owl houses, and put them up. And an owl takes out like 1,000 mice and squirrels a year. So there's ways to be smarter than that squirrel. And squirrel's not bad eating. I don't have a problem with it, but I mean, a furry little creature, some people have a problem with. Just got in. Oh, hey, MKP 007. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, strip your peach tree. Yeah, they stripped one of my fig trees, kind of the Desert King. It's gone. But I didn't do anything about it. I just let them have it. I've got like lots more Desert Kings. I plant more than one tree. I planted sunchokes. Just got in from working on my flower. I got a little magnifier. There we go. Flower bed and rock bed. It was nice today in the 70s, cloudy and a bit windy. Happy gardening, you all. Yeah, you too. I planted sunchokes for the first time in a container. Nah, don't worry about it. Put it on the outside of the property. Oh my God, my stomach about exploded from sunchokes. Yeah, yeah. Well, the problem is that your digestive enzymes are low. Okay, so if you're going to eat a sunchoke raw, just eat a little piece, and make sure you've taken a digestive enzyme too, right? And even that sometimes it doesn't matter, even if so it doesn't really matter. So just do a little bit. You can make chips, you can ferment them, pickle them. And if you go ahead and just cook up a big tray of sunchokes and eat them, you can have some serious gas problems. You have to gradually introduce it to your diet. And it's a very difficult thing to do. It's not easy, but sunchokes are number one for, I think it's prebiotic. Yeah. Oh my God, my stomach about exploded. Yeah, my sunchokes are growing in my path. Yep, yep. Hey, what's good? Yep. Hey, hello. Trying to not to harm the squirrels this time of year. Exactly. They have family. You don't. But you if you have a pet owl, I'll tell you. Oh, and there's my pet crow going that way. Crows will come and harass them too. They're kind of shy. Yeah, I will. Okay. Owl, be smart like Howie here. Laugh out loud. Trying to not to harm the squirrels. Of course, never harm anything. But but you're trying to grow some food, so you got to be smarter than the squirrel. Hey Storms, how's it going? Get that tomato plant? Yep, yep. I will. Okay, I'm just going to have to put a cone around the trunks of the tree for this time of year. Yep, yep. I love having them as crisp. Yeah, the sunchokes are nice as crisp. You're absolutely right. You can peel the skin off too. That lowers the gas. And then harvesting them and consuming them only after it's been 2 weeks to 2 months of really good cold temperatures. That lowers it a bit. But sunchokes are your winter hunger gap food, right? That's your underground stored food. And it takes a lot of work to learn how to process sunchokes. But fermenting them, and when you eat sunchokes, only eat one, people, until you build up, and then you eat two or three or four or five. I can sit down and eat all I want and nothing happens because I'm used to it. Now, in the beginning, when I'm first harvesting, I'm not going to go out, sit down, and eat all I want because it doesn't work that way. Okay. Because then I have a problem. I'm smart enough to eat one or two, and then I'll try a little bit of raw in the beginning just to eat one, wash it. And sometimes I don't wash it either. I like those microbes. So solarized soil is beautiful. You solarize something. But when you have sunchokes, they're a soluble fiber. It's a little tiny piece of fiber you can't even hardly see, and then it's able to go through your body and pick up toxins and poop them out. Same with there's several plants you can eat that like burdock root. I like burdock root. When I go and get my my seafood, I always eat burdock with it. Okay, well, what time is it? 1:30. Wow, I've been on here an hour and a half. So far, squirrels have stayed away. Well, I love having them as scripts. Yeah. Well, good luck, everybody. Blessings to everyone, and you have a great day. And yeah, yeah. You all have a great day. Peace. I have to get out of here. Have a great rest of the day. Yeah, peace out, everyone. How do I get out of here? Yeah, I don't know how to get out of here, but they feed the gut flora, your sunchokes. So yeah, I don't know how to get out of here. Mm. How the heck do you get out of here? Red button. Where's the red button? There's no red button. Sign out. Here you go. Does that end it? No. End stream now. Oh, God. Oh, no, the end stream button's gone. End. There you go.